We've got a little bit of everything in today's top 5. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, and even golf. But which of those cards is going up the most? We'll let you know now. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday. And guys, tonight is the night, because look at this entire tub of sealed hobby boxes, sealed wax. I am giving all of this away tonight. It is part of the virtual holiday card show. It's an extremely special event we do here at Sports Card Investor. Every year, it's tonight and tomorrow night. It starts on this YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. We've got $15,000 worth of giveaways. We've got incredible guests. 8 p.m. Eastern here on the Sports Card Investor YouTube channel. And then at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're cutting over to Whatnot to continue the giveaways. That will be on the Cards HQ Shop channel on Whatnot. We're also going to be selling cards, so make sure to tune in tonight and tomorrow night. I'm going to put a QR code up on the screen to take you straight to the Cards HQ Shop Whatnot account, so you can join there at 9:30. But at 8 o'clock Eastern, be back here. Those giveaways and lots of holiday fun will be taking place. Okay, guys, let's jump in though and take a look at the sports card market today. And we're going to start with the SCI 500 index of the 500 most prominent sports cards. It is down a bit. It's down about 1% over the course of the last week. The year has not ended particularly well for sports cards. You typically see this decline happen in Q4. We're seeing it, but hopefully we'll see a little bit of a bump as we get towards Christmas and New Year's and into 2024. January is typically a good month for sports cards. Hopefully we see that again this year. But now let's talk about some of the cards that are going up and down the most. It's time for today's Top 5. We're starting today with a cold card, as we do each week, and it is Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's cards have unfortunately been cold this football season. Of course, he started the year off playing kind of shaky. He was injured, so he missed all of preseason, and the Bengals got off to a really slow start. Burrow's numbers were not good in the Bengals' first few games of the season. But then he started to pick it up a little bit. It looked like he was starting to return to his old self. The Bengals won a few games, and then he tore a ligament in his wrist, and his season became done. And as soon as that happened, you can imagine his card prices have really started to suffer in the sports card market. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and we're just looking over the last 30 days. You can see all of these cards are moving down. This is not the right direction you want to see when you're looking at a price chart graph. I'm looking at 4 of his rookie cards from 2020, his Prism Base, Prism Silver, Optic Base, and Optic Hollow, all in PSA 10 condition. These cards are all down anywhere between 8% and all the way up at 40% over the last 30 days. His Prism Base card was $158 30 days ago in PSA 10. You can pick that card up today for just $95 in PSA 10. That's been a big dip for Burrow. Now, personally, I think there could be some buying opportunities for Joe Burrow cards ahead. I think he'll probably be a hot name again once we get into next summer and the lead up for the next football season. We may not have hit the bottom of the market yet, though. So if you're interested in Joe Burrow's cards, track them closely in a product like Market Movers so you can kind of get a sense for when the bottom might be, snag some up. Hopefully we see a rise of those cards next football season. If you're looking for a real long-term investment, then you should be looking at the GOATs like Tiger Woods. And in fact, Tiger Woods' 2001 SP Authentic autographed card, numbered to 900. That is our investment card of the week. When you think about long-term investing, when you think about cards that you could buy today that will hopefully still have a lot of value, maybe even more value 10, 20, 30 years from now, this Tiger Woods card is probably a lot better bet than any of the Joe Burrow cards I mentioned just a little while ago, because Woods has already obviously established himself as one of the all-time greatest golfers and actually somebody who absolutely transcends his sport. And he's now back on the course again, so that's causing a little bit of renewed interest in Tiger Woods cards. And let's take a look here in Market Movers at that 2001 SP Authentic Stars autograph card, numbered to 900. I've got it up here in PSA 10 condition and in PSA 9 condition. And here we're looking over the course of the last year, the last 365 days. So while the sports card market overall has dipped some this year, The PSA 10 of this card is up almost 16% over the last year. Now, I do want to note there is some price fluctuation in this card depending on whether it is an autograph grade of a 10 or not. And you can see that as you go into the data here within Market Movers. You can see some of these are autograph grades of 10. Those tend to sell for a little bit more than the ones that are not autograph grades of 10. Those tend to sell for a little bit less. But you can look at all of those details. And in general, you'll see that these cards have held up pretty well. In a year when the sports card market has been not so good, Tiger Woods cards have been pretty decent. That's the case with a lot of the all-time greats, great vintage cards, everything of that nature, which is why we report them on this show and dub them as our investment cards every week. But now let's talk about the players ascending in their careers with their card prices ascending as well. And we're starting with Chet Holmgren in the number 5 spot on today's list. Chet Holmgren was the number 2 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, but missed that entire season because of injury. So this year, he's actually eligible for the Rookie of the Year award, and he probably is the leading candidate right now to win that award if the season was to end today. He's been doing great. Of course, he's got big competition with Victor Wembanyama and others. But Chet Holmgren has been doing outstanding, putting up really good numbers, almost 18 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, shooting pretty well as well, including almost 40% from 3. And maybe even more importantly, his team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're doing exceptionally well too. They're second place in the West, definitely a budding young team with a lot of great promise. And his card prices are reflecting that promise in the market right now. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see the graph here. Look how a lot of his cards have really heated up in the market over the course of the last few weeks. You can see they're all going up here on the right side of the graph. And these are 5 of his popular rookie cards, his 2022 Prism Base and Prism Silver, as well as his Prism Red Ice and his Prism Emergent Silver and his Prism Rookie Signature. So a nice selection of his different Prism cards, all shown here in PSA 10 condition. All of these cards up anywhere between about 6% and all the way up at 76% over the course of the last 30 days. It's that Emergent Silver, which is one of the lesser expensive cards because it's not as desired, it's an insert. But that card's gone from $46 to about $81 over the course of the last 30 days. His Prism Base has gone from $74 to $86. His Prism Silver has gone from $350 to $415, and his Prism Rookie Signatures has gone from $400 to $539. Now, we show all of these in PSA 10, but if you have raw cards of Chet Holmgren, chances are they're kind of following the same type of pattern. Or if you have cards in SGC or PSA 9 or any other grade, chances are you're having a pretty good month right now. Let's go to hockey for the number 4 card today, and it is Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard, of course, his cards have been hot ever since they hit the market. Bedard was the first overall pick in this year's NHL draft by the Chicago Blackhawks, and many are considering him to be a generational talent, one of the best hockey prospects ever to emerge in the NHL. And he's already setting some records. He has at least 1 point in 9 consecutive road games. That is the most ever by a Blackhawks rookie. He already has 11 goals so far this season, 71 shots on goal, and 19 takeaways. So people are already seeing that promise in Bedard's game, and that is great to see. As you can imagine, that is great for his card prices as well. Let's look here in Market Movers, and I put up his 2023 Upper Deck NHL Draft short print card. Now, there's still not a ton of Bedard cards out on the market yet because he just started playing. We're going to see more and more of his cards as this hockey season goes on. But these two have been very hot in the market. These are the 2023 Upper Deck NHL short print in raw condition and in PSA 9 condition. And if you look at what these have done over the course of the last 30 days, you'll see that these are up between 38% and 41%. The raw version of this card has gone from $453 now up to $639 over the last 30 days. And the PSA 9 30 days ago was $1,250, and it is now $1,730 as of the last sale. So if you scooped up some Connor Bedard cards early, right when they hit the market, you're probably doing pretty well right now. It's exciting to see what this guy does, and hopefully he continues to improve as the season goes forward. In the number 3 spot today, it is one of the most intriguing prospects in baseball. Jackson Chourio is in today's top 5 list, and he's in the news right now because he just signed an 8-year, $82 million deal with the Milwaukee Brewers. This has caught the attention, as you can imagine, of a lot of baseball card investors and collectors. And people are excited about his expected call-up this upcoming MLB season. He's the number 2 ranked prospect in all of baseball by MLB.com. He's been putting up good numbers in the minors, and we're expecting good things from him when he gets to the major leagues. Let's take a look at his cards here in Market Movers, and you can see how they've really risen recently and continue to go up here on the news of that big contract that he was just awarded. Impressive to see. And what we're looking at here are 3 of his 2022 Bowman First Prospect cards. So it's his Bowman Chrome First Prospects, his Bowman Mega Box Chrome Prospects, the Mojo Refractor, and then also his Sapphire Edition Chrome Prospects, all in PSA 10 condition. And over the last 30 days, these are all up anywhere between 12% and 47% in the markets. That Sapphire Edition went from $126 to $185 over the last 30 days in PSA 10 condition. And once again, if you have any of these cards in raw condition, you're probably seeing similar increases as well. If they're in good shape, you might want to get them graded now because his cards look like they're going to be hot as we get into the next MLB season. We're going to football for the number 2 spot, and it's probably no surprise that Brock Purdy is back in today's top 5. You know, Purdy's cards were unbelievably hot at the beginning of the season, and he was in the top 5 routinely as one of our hottest cards. But then the 49ers lost 3 games in a row. His cards took a tumble, and all of a sudden he was one of our cold cards of the week. But guess what? The 49ers are back to their winning ways, and of course they just dispensed with the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend. Many now think that the 49ers may be the best team in football, and of course Brock Purdy has looked pretty great while taking them to that mountaintop. So as you can imagine, Purdy's cards are once again very, very hot in the market, especially coming off of that big win against the Eagles, in which he threw, by the way, for 314 yards and 4 touchdowns. Big win for them indeed. Let's take a look here in Market Movers so you can see how these cards have really spiked over the last couple of days here since that Eagles victory on the right side of the graph. But these have been going up consistently overall over the last 30 days as well. The cards we're looking at are his 2022 rookie cards, his Prism Base, Prism Silver, Donruss Base, Optic Base, and Optic Hollow, all in PSA 10 condition. All of these cards up anywhere between 9% and all the way up to 68%. How about that Donruss base card in PSA 10 that's gone from $65 to $110 just in the last 30 days? His Prism base has gone from $110 to $162. His Prism Silver has gone from $779 to $850. All of these cards are up. If you have any Brock Purdy cards in your collection, you can guarantee that if you go to a local card show near you or walk into a sports card shop, there's going to be plenty of people there wanting to buy those cards from you. All right, guys, it's time for today's number 1 card. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a hint. It is from football, another young aspiring quarterback. But before I tell you who it is, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's show are from Market Movers. Market Movers is the best way to track the sports card market and also track the value of your collection on the go. And you can get it, you can try it out for free. All you have to do is go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar, or go to the App Store on your phone and download the Market Movers app from the App Store. Give Market Movers a try today. Okay, guys, here we are. The number 1 card of the week, Jordan Love. Did you guess it? Maybe you were able to guess it because he's coming off of back-to-back very impressive wins off playoff contenders, specifically the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, and now this past weekend, the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not sure anybody saw that coming. Did any of you out there think that the Packers with Jordan Love were actually going to knock off Detroit and Kansas City? in back-to-back weeks. I certainly did not call that, but that was an impressive thing for them to do. The Packers are now tied with the Vikings for second in the NFC North, and they have the opportunity to win some more games. I think they face the Giants this upcoming week, so you might see Jordan Love's hot streak continue. He's put up pretty good numbers on the season overall, thrown for over 2,800 yards, 61% completion percentage, 22 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. But it's been his recent play that has football card investors and collectors excited again. And let's take a look here in Market Movers. You can see how these cards have really been moving up over the last couple of weeks, ever since that big Thanksgiving Day victory. And then, of course, further here after beating the Chiefs. These are absolutely spiking in the market. The cards that we're looking at are his 2020 Prism-based rookie card in PSA 10, his Prism Silver, his Chronicles Prism Black Silver, his Select Premier level silver, and his Select Field level silver, one of my personal favorite cards. All of these in PSA 10 condition, and all of these cards are up a lot. These cards are up anywhere between 29% and all the way up at 179% over the last 30 days. You could have bought his 2020 Prism-based PSA 10 card for $26 30 days ago. Most recently sold for $72.50. Wow. That is a big increase over 30 days. His Prism Silver has gone from $293 to $600. And all of these cards are doing similar things in the market. It's really impressive to see. Will this keep going? It probably depends on how the Packers do as they continue to trend. And will they make the playoffs? And what will Jordan Love do in those playoffs if they make them? It's going to be exciting to watch his market here in the upcoming weeks. All right, guys, reminder, come back here to this YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight for the virtual holiday. We've got all those giveaways, that crazy box of giveaways that I showed you earlier. We've got amazing guests. It is 8 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern tonight here on the Sports Card Investor YouTube channel, and then 9:30 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern on the Cards HQ shop account on Whatnot. Join in the fun. We'll see you tonight. And in the meantime, go get Market Movers. Go to sportscardinvestor.com, click Market Movers in the main menu bar, or download the Market Movers app on your phone. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We'll see you next time. Take care.